Where did you grow up?
So I grew up in coastal North Carolina, specifically the Outer Banks, Kitty Hawk. Most people know the Wright brothers, First Flight. Manteo, North Carolina is actually where I kind of consider like home, that's well known for the Lost Colony. Virginia Dare was the first English-born baby. The Lost Colony disappeared. There's lots of lore. Oh, yeah.
Well, now what's this story?
Lost Colony.
The Lost Colony. Croatoan,
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do y'all know?
For founding settlers colony, like the 13 colonies and like
the Lost Colony.
So the Lost.
It was number 14.
Isn't it kind of like a legend more than anything?
It's more of a legend, and they actually found it. So this is big North Carolina news.
Is it current news or old news?
I would say a year or two old.
Oh, that's pretty current. Okay, tell us.
They found it in Bertie County, which y'all probably don't know if you're not familiar with North Carolina. But so the story goes is that the Lost Colony, they had established there. Basically, they became friends with one of the tribes on the island, but there was a disagreement between two different Indian tribes on the island. There's Chief Wanchese and Chief Manteo. There's actually a whole play. Andy Griffith was, like, his debut was in the Lost Colony play on the island. That's actually where he retired, was Roanoke Island. I sold him Girl Scout cookies when I was a little girl.
You sold Andy Griffith?
Wow.
Girl Scout cookies?
I was his Girl Scout. He wouldn't let me wash his car, though. He did come to one of our like Girl Scout car wash events that was at this little gas station, and I walked up to him bravely and asked if I could wash his antique truck. I didn't know it was an antique truck. I was 7, but he wouldn't let me he wouldn't let us girls touch his truck, so he slipped my mom like a check. I don't remember how much it was for, to support our camp efforts. Ring, ring. She's a busy lady.
She is a busy lady. She should know to have her phone off.
I thought I did. I had it off. I guess I had the media off or something.
You're still on a call with someone too.
Oh. God, this is recorded. This is so much better than live.
Yeah, thank God. Anyway, Lost Colony.
Yeah, so they settled in basic.
You saw me turn it off.
No, I didn't actually. I just saw you hang up on the person. And
no, I did it right here.
And you
Look,
picked up the
down,
no. You're
all the way down.
You've got him on the phone.
Mom, you've got somebody on the phone right now.
Oh, I'm turning his voice down.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Well, they're listening to you talk about how you don't know how to use them.
Evil,
okay, did you turn off? Did you turn off your
ringer?
We're
on airplane mode now.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Russ is in there going, thank God this is not live. All right, go ahead.
Lost Colony.
Lost Colony.
All right.
Let's pick up where we left off.
Okay.
Lost.
Sorry. So basically they settled, there were concerns. This is where it kind of gets ambiguous in terms of historians and things like that. There's lots of reasons why the Lost Colony disappeared. And so some believe that, they got, starving, like, 'cause there was a expedition back to England to bring supplies back and things like that. And so anyway, there's lots of theories. So one of them is that they starved to death and we just can't find their bodies, or maybe we didn't come back in time. Another theory was that they integrated into tribal culture in the area and lived with the Native Americans, and so we just lost track of them. But what really happened, and what historians have found, is that they went inland, and we're not sure if they utilized like the help of the Native Americans to travel by boat. But if you're not familiar with coastal North Carolina, so it's a strip of barrier islands that sits out in the ocean. And then behind the islands, there is what's called brackish water, which is called the Sound. And so Roanoke Island sits in between the barrier islands and the mainland. So like
the brackish water.
In the brackish water. So it's an island. But also there's the Alligator River. There's all these different like mouths of rivers that lead into the Sound, and that leads into the ocean. And so what they found was that they went inland and ended up settling in Bertie County. I think that's the right county that they found. The archaeologists found like plates that matched the original colonists.
So that's what I was going to say. If there's no bodies, how do they know they were even there? It's because they left their houses and their materials.
And you have to understand too that it wasn't like there were multiple colonies at that time. Like they were the only ones that had settled in North Carolina. Most of the colonies had settled in Virginia, like, about Jamestown and the northern, like Massachusetts and stuff. So it wasn't like there was going to be a whole ton of stuff that could be dated back to that same time period. And so from what I remember of reading this article, which was 2 years ago, so please don't fact check me, was that they were able to piece it together based on like some of the remnants of like their campsites.
I got you.
Yeah. And there was lots of that. Like a lot of the colony just like was left, like, which is where some of like the, like American Horror Story did like this whole thing on like Croatoan, and they made it more of a spooky thing. Like they got like
abducted or
demonic possession or, and so there was all this lore. And then other part of Outer Banks that most people know about is Graveyard of the Atlantic.
Abby, we've got to come back.
Okay. Coming back. Sorry, I'm such a chatty Kathy.
I love it.
Chatty Abby.
Chatty Abby.
So you grew up in the Outer Banks?
Yeah.
That's all I get now. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful out there.
If you liked this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the picture of Kerry's face in the center of the screen. For more of Kerry's interviews, click either video on the right of the screen. And as always, thank you for watching.